Let's take a closer look at some of the biggest stories in tech right now. Could quantum computers break the internet as we know it? Meta's AI is checking your age, but at what cost? Nvidia wants your PC to think and act for you. And AI is even stepping into religion. Let's break it down. Does the internet have an expiration date? Google says by 2029 the digital world could change completely. The reason? Q-Day. That's what experts call the moment when quantum computers are able to crack the encryption that keeps the internet safe. Think of a maze for a second. Normal computers try one path at a time, while quantum computers explore all paths at once. That capability makes them very fast. In May, a Chinese quantum computer reportedly set a new speed record in a particular task. It completed an extremely complicated calculation in 25 microseconds. The world's fastest supercomputer would need 3 trillion years to solve the problem. That's a 1 with 42 zeros. Please note, this benchmark was reached in a test setting and does not mean quantum computers can already crack today's encryptions. But it shows the technology is evolving at a breathtaking pace. What does that mean for cybersecurity? Who's at risk? If quantum computers were able to break current encryption, a lot would be exposed. First, national security and infrastructure. Think of power grids, transport systems, or military communication. With a quantum computer, bad actors could in theory weaken a country's vital infrastructure. Second, the global economy. Banking and crypto heavily rely on encryption. A single hack could cost trillions of dollars. And finally, you. Every private DM, bank password, and medical record encrypted at the current standard would be vulnerable. Sounds scary, but how real is this threat right now? Okay, let's not panic too much for now. Cybersecurity companies love talking about Q-Day because fear helps them sell new quantum-safe encryption. Apart from that, Google has published a timeline for making its operating system, Android, quantum-resistant, promoting themselves as a trustworthy player for the future. But the threat is real, and we have already reached the preliminary stage. Hackers are stealing encrypted data, even if they can't read it yet. They're storing it, waiting for quantum machines to catch up. When that happens, old data could become readable overnight. The phenomenon is already so widespread that there's a term for it. Harvest now, decrypt later, or HNDL in short. So, are we just doomed to face a digital apocalypse? Not exactly. There's a global push to switch to PQC, post-quantum cryptography, new encryption designed to resist quantum attacks. These are ultra-complex mathematical riddles that even quantum computers can't easily untangle. And the push is not just coming from the private sector. Governments are starting to set deadlines and restrict software that won't hold up in a quantum future. Meta's AI might soon be analyzing your photos and videos to estimate your age. The new AI system looks at visual clues like bone structure to flag underage users. The announcement comes after Meta was hit with a $375 million fine in March for misleading people over child safety. The first rollout is coming to the US, Facebook only, as well as Brazil and the EU. Meta claims this AI is more reliable than past age checks, which kids often hack with fake birthdays or even fake mustaches. Is Meta's move a breakthrough for child safety or a massive overreach in biometric surveillance? For years, tech giants have struggled to verify age without demanding a government-issued ID. Meta's solution? Its own AI-powered age assurance, similar to systems already on the market. Meta says it has spent over a decade building tools to protect teens. But regulators aren't convinced. In late April, the EU ruled that Meta failed to stop children under 13 from using its platforms. Data from Australia's new under-16 social media ban shows age verification systems don't work well, and enforcing a ban is difficult. Plus, Meta's new measures have privacy advocates alarmed. Even if it's only for age checks, scanning a child's physical appearance raises big questions. Where's this data stored? Can it be hacked? Apart from that, there's no information on how reliable the technology really is. Meta insists this isn't facial recognition and that individuals are not being identified. The AI scans your photos and videos for visual physical signs of puberty. It compares your height to your surroundings, checks your shoulder width and facial bone structure that changes as you age. Then it cross-references this with data from your page. Did you post about a sweet 16? Are your friends all in 8th grade? If the system finds that things don't add up, your account is switched to teen mode. Limited DMs, restricted content, parental controls enabled. To unlock it, users must prove their age with an ID or a video selfie to be verified by a third-party tech company. Is there a better way? Services like Yoti or Verif estimate age from a selfie without identifying the person. They only pass on the result to the platform. Still, critics worry about data security and what third-party providers might do with that data. Then there's Zero Knowledge Proofs, or ZKPs. The EU is already betting big on this. They launched a specialized age verification blueprint in April 2026 as part of the new digital identity wallet rollout. ZKPs can confirm things like over 18 without sharing personal details, but they only work properly with a massive digital infrastructure that many EU countries are still building. Plus, you still need to trust a government-issued app. There's also a bigger debate over who should be responsible for age verification. Meta says app stores should handle it, so users only need to verify their age once. Experts say age verification cannot fix the problem anyway, because the real issue is not who's on the app, but how the app is built. With algorithms designed to be addictive, for adults too, and content that isn't safe for 14-year-olds, age-scanning AI cannot be the fix. And hate, extremism, and other harmful content don't just affect kids. Changing the platforms would be the better solution. What's your view on this? What if your next PC didn't just respond to inputs, but actually did your work for you? Nvidia says PCs will no longer be a tool and instead start acting like an assistant. The US tech giant unveiled a new breed of AI computers powered by a chip called RTX Spark. Described as the most efficient PC chip ever built, it's designed to run AI agents locally, no cloud required. Nvidia claims this tech will eventually replace the mouse and keyboard by letting AI agents navigate your PC for you. But what exactly is an AI agent? And can Nvidia really reshape how we use computers? For the average user, Nvidia's new AI PCs are promising to make life much easier. You just tell the computer what it should do. For example, find the cheapest flight, book it, and put the details in my calendar. An AI agent then does this by navigating the computer on its own. No more manually jumping between tabs, copying data, and clicking through menus. In theory, agents can handle everything you're doing on your computer, even editing files or installing software. We recently tested an AI agent called OpenClaw. We connected it to a Telegram chat and sent it a voice message. The agent said it couldn't process audio, so we simply told it to fix that. It searched the web, installed new software, and taught itself how to transcribe audio. Nvidia bets that this kind of automation will be the new normal for personal computers. To make this happen, the tech giant is moving into the CPU market and is partnering with major brands to challenge Intel and AMD. For decades, Windows PCs relied on separate CPUs and GPUs. Nvidia's RTX Spark combines both into a single chip, promising faster performance because data does not need to be sent back and forth between CPU and GPU. And RTX Spark is optimized for the whole Nvidia ecosystem, which already sits at the center of the global AI industry. With that power, Nvidia wants to move AI workloads off the cloud and onto your computer. That would mean faster response times, better privacy, and independence from internet connectivity. But it doesn't come cheap. Experts estimate the price for an AI PC at this level to be around $4,500. And autonomous agents bring serious vulnerabilities. AI agents act on their own and sometimes make mistakes. And because they have access to files, accounts, and applications, those mistakes can become serious. In a recent case, an AI agent reportedly began deleting emails after losing track of key instructions. It only stopped when the user manually intervened. There are also prompt injections. AI systems can't reliably distinguish between helpful commands and harmful content. Hackers can conceal hidden instructions for your AI agent in an email or on a website. Some predictions say over 40% of agentic AI projects will be cancelled by 2027 due to increasing costs or security risks. Nvidia says it's working with Microsoft to deeply embed AI controls into Windows software. The operating system monitors what agents do, flags risky actions, and asks for your approval for critical steps. But do we actually want AI to act on our behalf? Or are we giving away too much control? Let us know what you think in the comments. Can AI bring you closer to your God? AI Jesus and the Buddhist AI monk went viral. And then in May, the Pope weighed in on the rise of AI in the world. Pope Leo XIV released Magnifica Humanitas, his very first official papal encyclical. The text focuses on how to protect humanity in the age of AI. That's a big deal. Encyclicals are one of the highest forms of teaching in the Catholic Church. But the story goes beyond the Vatican. Religion is more and more confronted by AI, and faith leaders are debating how to respond. Communities around the world are trying to figure out what happens when AI takes over matters of faith. Let's break it down. What does the Pope actually say? In Magnifica Humanitas, Pope Leo warns about AI's risks. Some of these concerns might sound familiar. People losing jobs to automation, AI-powered weapons, kids being exposed to dangerous or manipulative AI content. The Pope stresses one central idea: humans must stay in control of AI. And here's something interesting. Big Tech was part of this conversation. Anthropic co-founder Christopher Olah spoke at the Pope's presentation of the text. It's obvious. Tech companies know religion still has a huge influence on society. And faith leaders know AI is already changing how people think, learn, and even worship. So, what does that actually look like in real life? For Christians, there's an AI version of Jesus. A startup in the United States offers paid video calls with AI Jesus, trained on the Bible and religious sermons. In Japan, there's an AI robot monk called Buddharoid. It's trained on Buddhist scriptures and can answer questions inside a temple in Kyoto. In Latin America, some church organizations are openly encouraging the use of AI for education, sermons, and community work. And in India and Pakistan, religious organizations are using AI chat assistants to reach younger audiences online. This is becoming a global trend. Analysts say AI-based spiritual and wellness apps are now a multi-billion-dollar industry. In Muslim communities, the debate is especially sensitive. Some scholars question whether AI can give religious guidance at all, raising concerns about authority and even whether certain forms of AI might be religiously permissible. And that's just one of many problems. AI can sound very convincing, even when it's wrong. So, what happens if someone asks an AI for religious advice and gets misleading or harmful guidance? Who's responsible? There's also the issue of commercialization. Spiritual guidance that was once free or community-based can suddenly come with a price tag, like paying for access to an AI Jesus. For some critics, that echoes old debates about the commercialization of faith. And then there's bias. AI models learn from existing human data, which means they can inherit sexism, ethnic bias, case discrimination, or extremist interpretations. And sometimes the AI presents those ideas like they're the objective truth. So, what does the Pope suggest? The Pope says we need safeguards. Things like protecting workers displaced by AI, keeping humans in charge of critical decisions, teaching students how to use AI responsibly, and making sure governments actually regulate this technology, not just leaving AI companies to regulate themselves. That's it from me today. Bye bye and see you next time.